Hi, Augustas.
Hello, Paulina. Nice to see you again.
Hey, where are you calling from?
Well, from Spain, south of Spain.
South of Spain. Sounds like a nice and warm place. Is it?
It is in general. Just now, it's of course winter, but still, sometimes you can go even with a t-shirt.
Cool. That's pretty much similar in Turkey right now, where I am. I wanted to share my screen with you right away, and I already know you very well. So you are the founder at Orange Klik. I just wanted to show to those who don't know you yet. And I wanted to chat with you today about this event that you have coming up in March. So it's just a few months away, European Seller Conference. So I know that last year's event was the first one and you are doing it again. So could you talk a little bit about the event? Like, why are you doing it again? Was it so awesome and everyone was asking for it? Or it's an idea that you will have for the next 10 years that you'll be doing?
So in 2019, I implemented 4 events for Amazon sellers in 4 different countries, and people are really liking these events. And European Seller Conference was like the first conference I have organized, which is in-person event. This was coming up already 2 years ago. I got this idea. I did the first one, and people are really happy, and they're asking when is the next one. And I just want to bring also a very important event for Amazon sellers, and annual event, consistent event to the industry, because in Europe, because there is no really like event for which is targeting all sellers in Europe. There are a lot of events in Germany in German language. So obviously they are targeting mostly a German market. There are some events happening in UK, but UK for many people, of course, like it's perceived as a maybe expensive location. So there are mostly British people coming to these conferences and events. And I chose Prague, which is in the center of Europe. It's neutral there is no Amazon, just warehouses, but there is no huge big community of Amazon sellers. So basically, everyone who is coming to this event is there is no one who is majority national wise. So there are a lot of like more than 40 different countries coming to this event, and yeah, you are not either minority or majority. So you are just basically a part of this international community in this event. And I do hope that the second event will be bigger than the previous, and we will continue every year.
I really like this thing about belonging to some community when you are a seller. You work from home alone, and in the beginning, the first year when you work alone, you feel like, oh, it's kind of cool, I don't have to go to an office. But later you start feeling like you are missing that social interaction, and then that social, transforms somewhere. It's either you get some virtual phone calls or like WhatsApp friends, or, you still are searching as a person, as a human, you're searching for those live interactions and, to speak with real people. So last year when I came to your event, I really liked that feeling like, oh, now I belong to some community. So is it going to be similar to last year's event, the similar arrangement and similar agenda?
Yes, it will be similar. Every time I do event, it will be my 5th in-person event. I test something, I organize some maybe additional activities. So last time, every speaker had 45 minutes presentations. Now I'm switching to 30-minute presentations. So I will might have more speakers, but well, I'm not sure if maybe the number of speakers will be the same, because I will be using some time for seller mastermind. So people for like 1.5 or 2 hours will be able to just talk on different topics with each other. I will also might do more expert Q&A panels, which are usually popular in this kind of events. Last time I think I did 2 expert panels, and maybe this time I will do 3. But yeah, at the end, I will again have speakers coming from many countries. I think around 10 countries, 10 country international speakers. What else? There will be much more people We already sold out early bird tickets. And 1 year ago, when I compare the results from last year, we sold at that time twice less tickets, early bird tickets. So yeah, I'm looking forward, and I do hope that there will be more than 200 people, maybe 250, and it would be great to see even 300 people.
Oh, it's great. Just the perfect size of event. I mean, you have 2 days, right? There will be 2 days plus an extra day, you said?
Actually, those who are going all in, they would have 4-day experience. So the event is 2 days, March 12th, 13th. March 11th, for half a day, in the second part of the day, there will be a VIP mastermind with speakers. So those who are investing into a VIP ticket, they will be able to spend 4 hours with 3 key speakers, which we will be leading different discussion tables on different topics. But I'm encouraging many other speakers from the event to come on that day. So VIPs will have an opportunity to talk to many speakers on that day, one-on-one almost. So this is the VIP experience, which also includes VIP dinner in the evening. And then 2-day event on March 14th, we will have a workshop with 3 experts. It's one workshop with 3 people. It will be led by Howard Tai, the professor of Amazon, so-called, or he calls himself.
Yeah, this
Then,
guy.
yeah, there will be Michael Hartman and Lazar Zapinic, the PPC expert. So they will be basically sharing in that workshop how to protect yourself from the dark side of Amazon. Dark side meaning those people, those, let's say, black hat attacks on Amazon seller accounts or product listings. So there are a lot of nasty things happening in the background, especially for bigger sellers. And in this workshop, they will be showing you how to protect this, how to defend, even like when something happens, how to do a contra maybe attack, or what things to do in order to save yourself.
Wow, you picked like the best experts to do the workshop. Howard is like super famous and he locally lives there, so he knows all the ins and outs of all the black hat world and what's happening and how to try and white hat fight them. Michael Hartman, of course, is super knowledgeable of everything, super successful seller himself. And Lazar, I recently interviewed him and he was talking about PPC. You know, PPC tends to be, I guess, a little bit dry topic, and it's quite hard to listen to a lot of instructional things. But the way Lazar presented it, I was just like, I loved it. It was easy to understand. It was interesting to listen to. So out of all like PPC, speakers, I really like to interview Lazar. So I think it will be a great trio here that you have Howard, Michael, and Lazar. This is great. So is that an extra fee for the workshop?
Yes. So basically, VIP ticket is one fee. Regular ticket for 2 days conference is another price, and workshop is additional fee.
Okay. So what else do VIPs get? You said they get an extra day with speakers.
Yes.
Anything
So
else?
last time when I organized the conference, VPs were getting VP room, and the idea was that they will be able to mix and talk with the speakers in that VIP room during the 2-day conference. But to be honest, somehow speakers were not hanging around in the VIP room; they were somewhere else. And some VIPs were a little bit disappointed that they couldn't connect to speakers one-on-one. So that's why I'm organizing this day before, so that they can really socialize, and there will be not a big crowd. Maybe out of 20 speakers, we will have, let's say, 12 or 13 speakers that day, 3 key speakers, which we will be leading the discussion table. So they are kind of responsible to answer your questions during these discussions. And those 20 VPs, or a little bit over than 20 probably, will be able just to mix with other speakers. So it will be very intimate day, and you can bring a lot of questions in different topics, and most likely you will have a possibility to grab one of the experts later speaking in the conference and just ask them questions.
So are these during the day events? Is there something in the evening as well?
So for VIPs, there is a VIP dinner on March 11th, just before the event. But during the conference, the general admission ticket already includes lunch and dinner lunch on both days and dinner on the first day, March 12th. And dinner will start around 6 probably. And after dinner, you will have open bar with wine and beer drinks. You can drink as long as you want. Time
Oh,
in the
nice.
last conference, people were hanging around at the hotel until like 2 a.m. Of course, some people go outside, but this is out of our scope. Like, we don't organize anything outside the venue, but people were really enjoying this networking, and it's quite nice hotel with a big restaurant where we can have a lot of space to chat and stay.
I love this, that it's at the same place. So it's at the hotel lobby bar, right? That's where it's going to be the networking drinks at the end.
It will be in the restaurant, yes. And the restaurant is connected to the lobby of the event.
This is great because I remember last time you start chatting with people and then they have a few beers or something and they start opening up with like all kinds of tactics and things, and you become like more friends and you feel like the bond is coming, and then the event's over, you know. It's so nice to have something like that to continue chatting in the same place, and you don't need to take an Uber somewhere else, you know, and just keep sitting there, relax, and keep drinking the same beer or whatever you're drinking, the soda water like me. Yeah, and it's cool. So that's the venue, how it's gonna look like, right? The same hotel like last year?
Yes, it's the same place, and it is quite centrally located. It's like literally probably 7 or 8 minutes to walk to the Karlovy Most, to the famous bridge of Prague. It is just maybe 300 meters from the bus station if you're coming by bus, especially with Flixbus from Germany. From the train station, it's less than a kilometer, so you can walk or you can take a quick Uber. Yeah, and the food was fantastic last time. So I hope everything will stay even the same or even better next year.
It will be the buffet, yeah? When you come and choose whatever you like.
Yeah. I like buffets in my events because this makes people to mingle and talk to each other, especially when you eat lunch, you go to grab some dessert and you meet someone you wanted to talk and didn't have a chance, and then you don't come back to your table, you sit at a new table, so it's nice.
I really like how like it's building, like the community building and the bond happens in the lunch breaks and in the VIP dinners. Usually that's how it goes. Otherwise you're watching the event, right? And then the little 10-minute breaks is not enough. I feel like you want to do the VIP dinner and the drinks. And I love it that it's all organized within. Like many events I went to, they don't provide the meals, like the dinner or the lunch, right? You have to go somewhere else. And again, you go somewhere else and you miss out on the networking. So it's really awesome what you're doing, Augustas. I love it.
Cool. Thank you. So what you will be presenting in the conference? I know you will be a speaker, right?
I'll be one of the speakers. That's right. So my actual topic is 6 e-commerce marketing tips. So basically the ways you can promote your e-commerce business, the 6 most effective ones that I collected from 50 people that I interviewed. So 50 biggest Amazon names I interviewed, and they gave me their ideas and their tactics that they're using. Can we look at the speakers a little bit, just briefly, who else is going to be speaking? So I see Danny. What's Danny's topic this year?
I think he will be sharing something with PPC, since he's running PPC agency. He has a lot of knowledge. So we'll have 2 or maybe even 3 speakers touching the PPC topic. So Danny Macmillan and Lazar Zapinic, and maybe one more speaker who is quite respectful in the industry, but I'm still talking to him if he's coming or not. And then Tomer Rabinovich, which is the second in the list. He's an Amazon seller. He's not selling any services, but he's very respectful expert in the industry. So luckily he agreed to join this event and share his knowledge. Howard Tai, we talked about him.
I wanted to say about Tomer, I met him at your event in Israel this summer. And actually, there was this pricing strategy that I was presenting. I was saying, don't sell, $9.99 prices because there's no space for your profit margin. And then he came to me after the conference and he says, actually, I make all my money in that. I sell all of my goods out at less than $9.99, and I make more than seven figures from that. And I'm like, wow, that's great. So he really has something good to share. Howard.
Howard, I still not confirmed what will be his topic in the main conference, but obviously he will be sharing something, maybe some insights.
Cool.
You mentioned what you will be sharing. Michael Hartman, I think he will be revealing one of the tactics to defend against certain, uneasy situations when you are selling on Amazon. Jana Krekic, as always, delivers interesting presentations about expanding your business to international markets. And this time she said she will talk about Excel formulas. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know she told me she discovered some awesome things with Excel formulas. Yeah, I remember her saying that. This is great.
Karina McLeod, she's very knowledgeable. She actually used to work at Amazon with vendors, and she's consulting a lot of Amazon sellers who are Amazon vendors. But since this event is not really for vendors, she will share other information. But those who want to talk about vendor side, being a vendor, she will be a perfect contact to just chat and get information about vendor platform.
Cool. Kian
Golzari, he's a really big expert in sourcing products from China. He sources for huge companies, even like Olympic Games, I think. So I recently saw one of his presentations live, and it was really valuable how much info he puts into his presentations. I just will ask him to speak a little bit slower than when I saw he was speaking, because he has so much to share. He tries to speak very fast.
Okay, cool.
And Lazar Zepenic, we talked already about him. He will be sharing something related to PPC, since it's still about 3 months before the event. Actually, these days I'm waiting from him information about his talk. Vladi Gordon, he's testing something, selling products outside Amazon. So he is preparing some presentation related to that.
Oh.
Shane Oglow, he's running PR Reach agency, where you can promote your Amazon products using video press releases and text press releases. And he did presentation in Sellerfest Lithuania, another event I organized a few months ago in my home country in Lithuania. And to be honest, his presentation was voted the best when I did survey, and about 50% of attendees submitted the survey. And he was like 9 out of 10 the rating for the event, for the presentation.
I interviewed Shane for my 100 ideas to promote e-commerce products. Yes, and he did give a lot of good insights on how to use press releases to have this external traffic signal for your listing and to actually get more rank and sell more units. This is great. Yeah, I know he's very good.
Yeah, and then next one is Damian from Poland. He's a lawyer, so we will have a lawyer in the room. If you have some suspension questions or ideas or tips you want to get, legal tips, he will be a man to go. Anthony Kofranches, you wanted to ask something about it? No. Okay.
No, I saw 4 of a kind. I'm like, he must have been a poker player in his previous life. 4 security aces. Yeah.
Yeah, he always he was speaking in an event in Lithuania where also he made an very different, unexpected title where you don't really know what he will be talking. So that's why I think if you click into his profile, there will be a description about his presentation, so it makes you more clear to understand what he will be chatting. Anthony from Virtuals Graphics. He's really good at presenting different optimization techniques and everything. So this is what he will be touching a little bit. Well, he will talk about conversion optimization. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
he has a very good eye for images. I interviewed him as well for my show, and he basically has this eye that he sees a product image and he says, okay, if you do this little bit, this little bit, this little bit, it's gonna work. Like it's a very good sense. Yeah, it's a very smart guy. So I'm sure that will be a good presentation.
Yeah, and Yev, he is at the moment quite known as an innovator. He created some algorithms to track Amazon sales through Facebook advertising. So basically, you advertise your products on Facebook, and he found some algorithms how you could kind of match. I think it was like this, his software, and now he recently released another software where you can get statistics of geographical somehow. I don't exactly remember. It's called AMZJet, the software, but it's very innovative, whatever he does, and he is quite respected expert in Facebook advertising plus Amazon business. So I'm happy to see that he agreed to come to this conference and share his knowledge.
He has 2 flags, right?
Yeah, he's a Ukrainian living in Seattle, I think, if I remember right. Yeah.
Cool.
And final on this list, we will be adding, I think here there were like 15 maybe speakers listed, but we will add 3 or 4 more. And Gilad from Israel, he has a company with virtual assistants, and his company, VA company, is specifically for Amazon businesses. So he has a lot of. Actually, I met him in person in Israel, and he was sharing how I asked, like, how did you build this team? How do you select all these virtual assistants? And it was interesting that he managed to kind of filter out the best of the best and to train them. And they have like really big training inside their company. So he will be sharing. Obviously, virtual assistants is a next level for Amazon business. Usually when you start, it's like 1 or 2 friends starting the business, but later when you want to scale, you need some additional help, and this is what he will be presenting about. And I'm just checking my backstage list. I think there will be 2 or 3 more speakers who I'm talking now, but I don't want to promise anything, so I don't say who are these people. And if you refresh this page in few weeks, you probably will see the final list of the speakers.
Okay. That sounds like it's going to be another amazing event. I'm just totally looking forward to it. And whoever I chat with, I keep mentioning, I'm gonna see you there. Am I gonna see you there? So yeah, guys, you should come out and see and join the community. And it really feels so good to go and shake some hands in person instead of just seeing everyone through the computer screen. It's totally different experience.
And don't forget that there will be people from more than 40 countries. I traveled 60 plus countries, and I think it helped me a lot to be to be more strong in doing business, not to be afraid, and grabbing ideas from different other cultures. So it's very powerful to meet different mindsets, different cultures, West and East of Europe, Europe and North America, or also I'm sure there will be Asian people coming. So I hope it will be really strong event in the future coming years in Europe.
Right. So if people want to reach out to you, Augustas, how can they do that?
They can go to orangeklik.com. You will probably misspell when you try to type, so just search Orange Klik, whatever you write as Klik, and then write Augustas, Amazon, and you will find me. And yeah, you can sign up to my newsletter, and whatever email you get from me, you can reply. It goes directly to me.
Great. Thanks very much for coming, and we'll see you in Prague.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye.